Howdy folks, it's Barry here from My Virgin Kitchen, back in the Scoff Food kitchen. Today's recipe is a stonker. It is a Nutella and ricotta pizza dough ravioli. So simple, you are going to want to try this. I don't even need to convince you, trust me. So today's ingredients could not be any simpler, and as always, check the link down below for the full instructions and method. We've got some Nutella, we've got some ricotta, and we've got some ready-made pizza dough, which I'm just going to roll out on a floured surface here. We want to get it nice and thin because we're going to use this to help make our little sheets of ravioli. So make sure you've got a real nice floured surface. Roll it back and forth. It's good to have your pizza dough at room temperature as well, so it gets nice and flexible. Keep your rolling pin nice and floured too. It's going to take quite a while. Really get some elbow grease in there. And we'll get it nice and thin. You want to get it sort of like a 1/4 of an inch thick, okay? So just keep going. Okay, so we've rolled that out nicely now. It's a nice big thin shape, as you can see, and it's great on this surface as well. It's nice and maneuverable. Make sure it's floured underneath, otherwise you're going to go to all this effort and then try and rip it off. Be pretty disappointed. Anyhow, it's time to grab our cookie cutter. So you could do the flat edge or you could do the shape edge. So it still has that ravioli vibe. We'll go for that one. Just going to make some little cuts here, straight into the dough. Do-do-do. And there we go, that's one little shape done. So we're just going to replicate those steps. I'm going to put that on our lined baking tray. Replicate that again so we get all our base. Now what we want to be careful of is not cramming full the ravioli when we add on our second toppings. Right, so we're just going to get a little bit of Nutella first of all. So probably just under a teaspoon's amount of the Nutella. We'll get it all down there and then follow up with our ricotta. Right, so that's my Nutella, and now we're going to get our ricotta, so around about the same amount. Just going to push that on top. As you can see, I'm just giving myself enough room so I can press down the dough on top. So we'll just continue doing this, working our way all the way down the tray. Great, so that's on there now. All we've got to do is carefully, make sure you do this really carefully, grab your other piece, which is going to be the lid of the ravioli, whack it straight down, initially place it on top, let it sort of rest and find its way. And what you want to do is try and line the dough all up along like so, and what we'll do is get our wet fingers. So I've got a little bowl with some water here. I'm just going to wet my fingers and just sort of seal it around the edge just to crimp it together. We don't want any of that filling coming out. So just while I'm doing this, guys, we really like to see your attempts at our recipes, particularly Nutella ones. I've done a few on Scoff Food and there's plenty more, so check them out. Send your pictures to @ScoffFood and we'll retweet them and share them with the world. Show them your brilliant masterpiecey stuff that you're doing. I'm going to crack on with this. So I'm just finishing off sealing my last one with that bit of water. It's going to help to hold it in there. What you can do as well, if you're feeling a little bit scared that it might not completely be sealed, you can get a fork and work your way around the edges. I've also got enough dough left over to probably make at least 2 more, but we're going to stick with this 6 and whack it in the oven for around about 15 minutes, according to the package instructions on your dough, just to bake it through. There we go then, guys, they're out of the oven. It actually took less than 10 minutes overall, but it's looking gorgeous. It smells so good in here. All we're gonna do is whack them onto a nice little plate. I'm loving the smell. Sorry, I must rave about this ricotta and Nutella fusion together. It is so, so good. So we're just gonna whack them on like so, and then we can eat them like that as they are. Freshly warm, it's gonna taste so, so good, just like any warm dough does. But what we're gonna do is dust it with some icing sugar, aka confectioner's sugar. So let's do that. Here we go, just a little bit on top there, dusting it over, kind of looking like a little bit festive, like a mince pie, but these are going to be amazing any time of year. So it's all dusted on there, looking absolutely fantastic. I'm going to pick one up right now while it's still nice and warm, and as I say, this is just simply some Nutella that I've warmed up, but it could be chocolate spread, anything you like, even sort of peanut butter if you wanted to. Dunk this right in now. Guys, these are absolutely stonking. We really hope you give it a go, and we'll see you again next time. I'm going to take these right now. See ya.